In a fight with my mom. 50 bands in a day. When they more, but I'm straight.
What is going on, Glitcher Gang? It's your boy GlitcherBro23 here, introducing a new group on the channel. It's been actually surprising that it took this long to react to them. We got Public Enemy, harder than you think. We got the official music video right here. This is the first time reacting to these guys. I've heard of Public Enemy, never, I think, heard any of their music before, but I'm aware of their name, and I know they have a big, a big amount of respect in the hip-hop culture, especially. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to see more reactions to Public Enemy in the future, do me a huge solid right now. Hit that like button if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel for new, comment what you want to see next, share your thoughts and opinions about the track and my reaction to it by the end of the video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and check this out. I do apologize for the quality of the video. This video literally goes like a max of 240p. So just bear with me, y'all. Let's get into it. Oh my god, look how small this fucking video is.
Yo, Chuck, what's the move, man? I was on my way up here to the studio, you know what I'm saying? Then this brother stopped me and asked me, yo, what's up with that brother Chucky D? He swear he nice. I said, yo, the brother don't swear he nice, he knows he's nice, you know what I'm saying? So, Chuck, I got a feeling you turning into a Public Enemy.
Okay,
man.
so...
Now, remember that line you...
Okay, I know this is already going to sound crazy. I did not know Chuck D was a part of Public Enemy. Just gonna be 100% honest. I've heard Chuck D on multiple tracks before. I think we've reacted to him quite a few times, actually. But I did not know Chuck D was part of Public Enemy. Gotta be 100% honest.
Kicking to me on the way out to LA Lounge in Queens while we was in the car on our way to the shop. Well, yo, right now, kick the bass for them brothers and let them know what goes on.
Rolling stones of the rap game, not bragging. Look bigger than Jagger, not sagging. Roll it backwards, I'ma leave it at that.
Oh, okay, so... okay, I thought he was about to follow up with his own monologue. Nah, he just got straight into rapping. Let's get into it.
What goes on? Rolling stones of the rap game, not bragging. Look bigger than Jagger, not sagging. Roll it backwards, I'ma leave it at that. That ain't got nothing to do with rap. Shut the backs, expose those cats who pose as heroes, take advantage of blacks. The government's gangsters will cut the crap. A war going on, so where y'all at? Fight the power, cause they respond.
He said the government is gangsters? Is that what he said?
The government's gangsters will cut the crap. A war going on, so where y'all at?
Oh, okay.
Fight the power, cause they responsibility. F the police, who's stopping you from killing me? This ass is fiasco, look why PE. If it's science, then we believe in TV. Spreading riches, bitches, is new thing about snitches. Watch the masses move as the masses switches. System distant, but barely missed her. My soul is just gonna save my brothers and sisters. Get up!
Just like that.
Get up!
Just like that.
Get up!
Just like that.
Get up!
I'm gonna sound ridiculous too, but is this Flavor Flav? Or is Chuck D and Flavor Flav Public Enemy? Nah, we gotta Google this shit. Or not Google, but who the heck? Because that dude's wearing a big old, like, clock chain. And I know that's what Flavor Flav is known for. Swear to God, I did not know Chuck D and Flavor Flav was Public Enemy. I've heard both of their names, and I'm aware of, like, I don't think I've ever heard Flavor Flav before. I've heard of his name, and I know he is known for the big old, like, clocks, like, wearing the big old watches, pretty much, as necklaces. And I've heard Chuck D. Like, Ice Cube's mentioned him tons of times, and I think he has a couple tracks with Ice Cube. And I believe that I've heard him on a couple features, and even, like I said, reacted to him a couple times here on the channel. I did not know either of those dudes were part of Public Enemy. Gonna be 100% real with y'all. Okay, and these two are like very different types of rappers. So I'm like very surprised by this already.
Yeah, that's right, Chuck, man. That's what you gotta do. You got to tell them just like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause yo, man, let me tell you a little something, man. These brothers running around, hard-headed, they get a little jealous, you know what I'm saying? Just like that, you know, they try to to bring you down with them. But yo, Chuck, you got to tell them just like that.
Screaming gangster 20 years later. Of course, it does what consciousness faded. New generations believe in them fables. Gangsta boogie on 2 turntables. So no love, so it's easy to hate it. Desecrated while the coroner waited. Any given Sunday, so where y'all rated? With slavery, lynching, and them drugs infiltrated. I'm like that dog Chucky, baby. Keep coming back to live love life like I'm crazy. Keep it moving, rising to the top. Duck fresh, clean living, you don't stop. Revolution means change, don't look at me strange. So I can't repeat what other rappers be saying. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Harder than you think is a beautiful thing.
Ooh. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Damn! Damn! That's a bar! If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Come, bro. Bro, no way. Dude, this is a legendary moment, y'all. This is history in the maker, man. How many people can y'all say who have genuine reactions to Public Enemy for the first time? I'll wait. Alright, I'm done waiting. Bro, that's some deep shit from Chuck D right there. That's some deep shit. But like these two, man, it's crazy because I knew Chuck D was kind of more on a gangster side. And I knew Flavor Flav wasn't like no gangster rapper, but he was a legitimate rapper. I knew Chuck D was more kind of on the gangster side as far as rap goes, and Flavor Flav I knew has always been like he's always been a big name in hip hop, you know. And despite me not hearing his music, I even knew who Flavor Flav was growing up, kind of like 50 Cent or like Snoop Dogg, you know. Before you really dive into their music, you kind of know them as kind of like celebrities, like more icons than you kind of do for being rappers, if that makes sense. You know, so I knew Flavor Flav was kind of on the you know, kind of further away from gangster rap. I'll put it like that. So, and just seeing these two together in this music video, it's kind of like big brother, little brother type of energy. Like Chuck D's the more mature and like, you know, more manlier, I guess, big brother compared to like Flavor Flav, who's a little more childish and like little sweetheart type. You know what I mean? So this is dope, man. This is seriously dope.
Change, don't look at me strange, so I can't repeat what other rappers be saying. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Harder than you think is a beautiful thing. Get up,
Just like that.
get up,
Just like that.
get up,
Just like that.
get up.
Just like that. Yeah, that's right, Chuck, man. That's what you gotta do. You got to tell them just like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause yo, man, let me tell you a little something, man. These brothers running around hard-headed, they get a little jealous, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. You know, they try to bring you down.
It looks kind of crazy right there in that scene.
So it's time to leave you a preview, so you too can review what we do. 20 years in this business, how you sell soul, she wins. People bear witness. Thank you for letting us be ourselves. So don't mind me if I repeat myself. These simple rhymes be good for your health, to keep them crime rhymes on the shelf. Live love life like you just don't care. 5,000 leaders never scared. Rain and noise is the moment they fear. Get up, still a beautiful idea. Get up, throw your hands in the air. Get up and show no fear. Get up if y'all really care. You need 20 years, now get up.
Right. Public Enemy number one in New York. Public Enemy number one.
Actually, a lot more. Actually, a lot more positive than I was expecting for Public Enemy. I thought they kind of were more on like not political side, but I thought they had a lot more like deeper cuts than this, you know, which this is only the first time I reacted to them. So maybe they do have a lot more deeper cuts throughout their music, you know. It's just we happen to start on and be introduced to a very lighthearted track from them. It's very uplifting actually, and it sounds great. The production Still sounds great to this day. I like Chuck D had some great verses. Let me finish this out before I give my final thoughts.
Yeah, that's right. Public Enemy number one in New York. Public Enemy number one in Philly. Public Enemy number one in DC. Public Enemy number one in Cleveland, Ohio. Also with Public Enemy number one in St. Louis. Public Enemy number one in New Jersey. And fuck it. Also Public Enemy number one in Cincinnati. In Atlanta. Public Enemy number one in Chicago. Public Enemy number one in Detroit. Public Enemy number one in Oakland.
Oh, so now Flavor Flav was driving. So, like I was saying, that was a very lighthearted track, one I wasn't expecting from Public Enemy, you know, but it had a positive message. Production was very well, and it still sounds good to this day. Like I said, I love kind of the chemistry you not only heard but saw in that video. Like I said, Chuck D has like Big Brother type vibes, where you know Flavor Flav was kind of little brother, but like in a good way. You know, I would have liked to see Flavor Flav rapped on that track, but I mean, he has a very interesting voice, and I think his little bits of dialogue actually worked well, kind of as a hook, you know, and then Chuck D tying the hook along with his verses. That one line, like, if you don't stand for something, then you'll fall for everything. Like, that was such a fucking good line, man. That was such a good line. That one line is probably like the overall theme, I would say, of that track. You know, if there was anything to take away from that track right there, it's that one line. If you don't stand for something, then you'll fall for everything. So overall, great introduction to Public Enemy, and I'm like I said, I'm glad that those are two dudes I kind of recognize. You know, like I said, I guarantee we've done reactions to Chuck D here on the channel as a feature, maybe not as a solo artist. But Flavor Flav, that was the first time really hearing him. I don't think I've ever heard any of his music, and I don't think I've ever heard of Chuck D's solo music. So if you guys want to see more reactions to them as a group, known as Public Enemy, or their solo careers, y'all do me a huge solid right now. Hit that like button if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment what you want to see next. Share your thoughts, opinions about the track and my reaction to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.
I'm trying to be perfect, that shit is exhausting. An infinite force that nitpicking niggas get lost in.